Okay, so after this insightful presentation by Ms. Nene Mulefi, let's move forward to our next speaker. She is Senior Channel Sales Director at Hewlett Packard Enterprise, Aruba. She has a lot of achievements on her name. She was awarded as the #1 channel champion for Middle East and Africa by Channel Middle East October 2007 edition magazine, the Woman Executive of the Year at and the online magazine Reseller Middle East and Excellence Awards, the Best All-Rounder Women STEM Executive in January 2015 at the Middle East and Africa Science Technology Engineering and Mathematics Conference, the IT Woman of the Year in March 2006, and the IT Marketing Manager of the Year by ITP in 2005. She has a lot many awards, and I would like to mention that she had also won the Women Leadership Excellence Awards in Technology this February in Arab Women in Leadership and Business Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Ms. Sherifa Hady for her topic, How Does Cognitive Diversity Impact Business? Ms. Sherifa Hady, over to you.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me, first of all? Sorry? I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Sherifa, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, good. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I hope you can see my screen as well.
We can see your screen as
well. Yeah, we can. Thanks.
Okay, for some reason I can hear someone better than others. Okay, so very happy to be here and always happy to contribute to any activity that helps impact women and diversity in the region. Thanks for the introduction that you gave to me. Yes, I've been here. I think today I was speaking to someone and said I've been in Dubai for the last 24 years, and always been part of the IT region here. I am an engineer and always wanted to work in IT. So actually I wanted though to be a real engineer, you know, unscrewing nails and fixing computers, but I am working for a company that is inventing IT products, so I do believe that I've achieved some of my dream. So what I've been asked to present today is how diversity impacts business. But before I do that, I just want to actually mention where I am. So first of all, I hope that all of you are safe, your families are safe and healthy. I'm actually working from home, but I'm surrounded by another 2 working empowered women, which I'm very proud of. One of them is my daughter, and very proud to see her taking work, you know, and sometimes I would call her and she'd say, Mama, I'm busy. And I'd say, Yada, but I'm talking to you. She says, well, you used to do that to me when I was young. So, you know, it's payback time, karma. So what you do in life, you get back. So very proud to have her. Another woman that's working here is someone else I'm very proud of. She's a woman who decided to leave the workplace for her kids. Stayed at home for 12 years, and I was pushing her every day to go back and try to go back to work, and she always believed that, you know, it was a sacrifice that she had to make as a mother to stay home. And today I'm very proud to say that she's working as a marketing manager for a big IT company as well, and you know, she never gave up. And I think the thanks not goes to her, but to the company that gave her the chance to come back to the workplace. And we need more of these. We need more companies and people to give you know, women a chance. So just wanted to give you a setting. They did want to go on camera, but I told them, no, you're not allowed. It's only me. So just a little bit, this is a slide. And when I was asked to present today, you know, I looked at all the other presentations that I've presented before, and unfortunately, a lot of the data that I share hasn't changed. I looked at a slide set that I prepared in 2014, and we're now in 2020, and you know, some things are still the same, and that just shows how much more we have to progress. I think one of the things I would tell the organizers, and thanks for having me and thanks for inviting me, is we need more men in these forums. I think we all know what we want to do. We all know where we need to go. I think we need more sponsorship and endorsement from the men as well. But this is one slide that I always like to share. Let me see if I can get to that slide. Yeah, so this is it. And this is just a little bit, if we go back in history, how women have been perceived, in media. So as you can see here on my left-hand side, this was how women were perceived in the beginning: to be a good housewife, to wait for her husband to come home, to cook for him. You know, a clean house is a sign of a good life, and of course it has the woman there who's ironing or preparing the table, and that's how media perceived women. And then in the 1990s, it was all about the supermodel and the woman who had a beautiful face. She had to have a beautiful body, and this was how we started to see more and more women coming in the media and being spoken about and advertised. And then we have this Time front magazine where it says when we start to see successful women, we start to judge her, we start to look at her in a different way. We start to say, is she too aggressive, or doesn't she have a life, or is it, I guess we all think, how does she have a family? Is her husband accepting this? All these questions and perceptions. And I think hopefully one day we will see the front magazine. And I think there's a big change. If we look at how some of the countries have faced the COVID-19 crisis, if we look at some of the countries like the Prime Minister from New Zealand, I think she's a great example. And I think, it's time to put her here on this, where you see an example of a mother who is able also as well to do her job as a Prime Minister, as well as tackle a very difficult situation around the COVID-19 successfully in New Zealand. So what I want to discuss today is about diversity, but hey, I just don't want to talk about diversity about what we do in each of our companies. I think it's important that we expand diversity where we not only talk about how do we attract and develop people in the marketplace to come and work for us, but as well, how do we have a diverse set of customers, suppliers, and community. And let me just maybe dig into that a little bit. So when we talk about customers, I think we need to be able to work with all customers, and they should be diverse. And we should also be able to go out and talk to customers or SMBs that are managed by women, owned by women, and this should really be one of our diversification objectives. It's not just about hiring women in the marketplace. Also suppliers, one thing that we should all do is to look out for suppliers being agency or be it security or whatever a supplier you need for your own company, to look at diversity in that, to make sure that again we are supporting more diverse suppliers that are owned or managed by women. And then obviously in the community. One of the things I'm proud of working at Aruba, a Hewlett Packard Enterprise company, is that we are actually asked to donate. So we're given money from the company to donate. I can see that a lot of us are donating to companies that are, again, small businesses owned and managed by women in most rural places, in, for example, in Africa or in parts of the Middle East. So that really has a very positive impact. And I think, this is common knowledge that when we have more diversity in the office and we have diversity with our customers, suppliers, and community, this obviously helps a lot of things. I'm sure you've seen it, statistics that 70% of the companies that have a better diversity in their community or in their employees are growing. 45% of the companies said that they're achieving a bigger market share or that they're bringing in new business. If we just think about it today, the market or population is around 50-50. That means that eventually everything in terms of a customer should be around 50-50, and that means that we should replicate our customers internally as well. But I think you all know that. So my last slide, because I want to make it short, is what do we need to do to change this? What do we need to do? All of us, we have our own obligations. a corporate perspective, but also from a personal perspective. And I think it's important that all of us create a culture where women feel that they can belong and are equal. Belonging meaning that even if you're going to get pregnant, doesn't mean that you don't have the right to be promoted. That even if you're getting married, the first question is, okay, and do you intend on getting married? Sorry, pregnant, and that you shouldn't feel because you're a woman that this means you don't have the right. I think also we're equal. We should be considered equal. I know that the pay gap is always a big topic and subject. I've heard of it, but I honestly don't think that it's as big as it used to be. But maybe it's just the industry that I'm in, so I don't want to generalize over here. I think a second thing is sponsor upcoming women leadership and talent. Um, Something I see a lot of women struggling with, to go to men and women to say, hey, I need someone to network with, I need someone to sponsor, I'm missing a talent here. And also I see a lot of women feeling less bullish to go out and look for new jobs and promotions. I've managed many teams that have a combination of men and women, and every time that I've had an opportunity, a lot of men have come and said, yes, I can do it, and I love that about them. And while on the other hand, I see a lot of women who are always questioning if they can, maybe I'm not ready, maybe I'm 120% there. And I think, all of us need to feel a little bit more confident. And then last but not least, I love this. It's my quote that we are the CEOs of our sons and daughters. Like I said, I'm sitting on a table here. My daughter is here. And I do believe whatever I've done has contributed a little bit to her seeing that women have a chance in the marketplace and, can succeed and can have a family and be successful. So I think it's very important what we do at home. It's also important that our sons out there see that women need to have a chance and they need to be working and they can do that and have a family as well. So that's my last slide. I do thank you for the time. I'm not sure if there's any questions. I did see some chats, but anything you'd like to ask me?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Ms. Sherifa. It was really sweet of you when you mentioned about the two important ladies in your life, your mother.
You want to see them? Do you want to see them? Okay, here you go. So this is my daughter. And this is my best friend. And actually, we have a third generation with us as well. My mom. She's just. So see? Sorry, I can't hear you.
Meet her again after the Arab Women in Leadership and Business Summit. So good to meet them again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those insights. We have a question which we would like to ask.
Yes.
So Miss Sandy says, but talent in the world does start. Mean we just choose what we assume is best talent based on what parameters?
Okay. So best talent is really on about the job that you have. So obviously every job needs a different talent and needs different qualifications. So I think it's important that you set. I mean, I'll just give you an example. On Sunday we had it wasn't really a job opening. It was more of we wanted someone to step up and take an additional responsibility over and above their current responsibility. So what we did is that we set out what is the qualifications that we're looking for. We then asked everyone to present, and then we kind of evaluated every person based on their presentation. So really it is about what is the job at hand and what is the talents that are required. But again, there are some things, and I always say when I'm looking for people to hire, there are some things that you learn, and there are some things that you're kind of born with, which is around determination, passion, energy, persistence, teamwork, and these things are very difficult to change. And these are the things that sometimes I qualify or give a higher grading than the university. I know universities will hate me for that, but regardless of which university they came, I think also there are other attributes, personal attributes that are very important. So that's how I describe talent.
Super, super. Thank you so much for sharing these thoughts. Thank you so much, Ms. Sherifa Hady.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing your valuable time.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye, everyone. I'll stop sharing.
All right, so we let these enormous elephantine thoughts sink into us, and let's take some notes, and whatever we've learned till now, let's put some points in the chat box, whatever you want to share with us, and see some visuals in the meanwhile.
Today we are taking charge. The way we work and create is changing. Buildings know who we are and how we move. We instantly connect and move with the speed of ideas. Internet of Things gives us insights in real time. Barriers to collaboration are broken, bridging ideas from all over the world.
Oberlin.
As part of Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, Aruba is redefining the IT edge. Empowering the mobile experience, harnessing the power of IoT. Our vision for the future is here. Join us